Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Stampin' Up! Tutorial. So today's project is really simple and it features the Ornate Thanks stamp set. So I was inspired to use this stamp set because I wanted to create a thank you card. I was thinking about with the holidays coming, afterwards you're going to probably need to send out a lot of thank you cards. So thank you was on my mind when I came up with today's project. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's tutorial. So I have everything ready here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and start by die cutting this piece of white cardstock, and I'm using this cute little scalloped die, and this comes from the the Stitched So Sweetly dies. I love these dies. I use them all the time, and I just love all of our stitched dies. Bring in my mini machine here. So this is the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, plate number one. Plate number two, which is a clear cutting plate. Then I will put down my white cardstock, put down my scalloped rectangle, and just run that through. Okay, all right, so now I'm ready to stamp. So I'm going to start by stamping my thanks sentiment in fresh freesia. So I've got that on my block. I'm just gonna ink it up really well. I'm gonna put this in the center towards the top of my scalloped rectangle. So I think right there looks good. Yep. And I've got Soft Succulent. And the great thing about this stamp set is you've got these three bold sentiments, and then you've got all of these messages that you can add on. So you can pretty much say just about anything. So I love that about this set, and thinking about gratefulness and being thankful. So I am adding on for everything. Thanks for everything. So I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer, and I'll just put that right underneath my thanks. That looks great. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting the card together, and then we'll add on that stamped layer. So I have got basic white thick for my card base. So this is cut 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and I've scored it at 4.25 inches. So I will just give that nice crease with my bone folder. There we go. And then I have got some soft succulent cardstock. This is cut 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and I'm going to layer on some of the hand penned designer series paper. Such pretty paper, very tranquil, I feel like that designer paper is. So I'm just gonna add this on, and this piece of designer paper, this is cut 3 7/8 of an inch by 5 1/8. And don't worry, I do have all of these measurements over on today's coordinating blog post, which is linked down below in the video description. So I'm going to use liquid glue actually to add this, because it's just going to give me the tiniest little border, and that gives me some wiggle room. Okay, I think that looks good. And then I've got another piece of designer paper from that same collection, and this is cut 1.5 inches by 4 inches. So I'm just going to add this right across the front of my layers here. Put a little bit of liquid glue, and it's kind of up towards the top more so than the bottom. So right about there looks good to me. I'm just gonna bring in my Seal Plus adhesive, just add a little bit of this adhesive right here, because I am going to add some of this ribbon. So this is the Fresh Freesia Open Weave ribbon. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this across the center of this striped piece of designer paper. So let me just cut that off and just wrap it around and stick it down. And then I can go ahead and add this panel to the front of my card. Just center that up. Looks good, lay it down. Okay, So now I'll put some dimensionals. Actually, before I put dimensionals, I'm gonna add on some of these in color jewels. So these are the 2021, 2023 in color jewels, and I will just add 3 of the fresh freesia. So all I have left are the larger ones. I did the smaller ones on my sample, but that's okay. So I'll just put 3 of these. And this project was actually my December make and take with my team of LaQuita Bug stampers. So I demonstrated this at our online team gathering for this month, and then I give away 3 little make and take kits for the demonstration for our make and take. So it was a nice demonstration, a nice project to demonstrate because it's nice and easy. So, all right, backing's off. And then we'll just pop this right in the center. Scoot it down a little bit. Okay, I think right there looks good. Okay. So there you have it. That is the finished card. It's very simple, but I just love the look of this card. So pretty. And then of course, you know, I have a matching envelope. So I added this same designer paper to the flap. This is just the opposite side. And then I also stamped this pretty little floral image in soft succulent, and I got that image from one of my favorites, the Dragonfly Garden stamp set. So yeah, there you have it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this quick and easy tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget you can find all of the measurements and all of the supplies for today's project linked down below in the video description and over on today's coordinating blog post. So stay tuned. I will be back again very soon with another tutorial. Bye now.